Hello everybody and welcome back to the Snapthis channel, and today we've got some exciting news about Snapchat stories that you don't want to miss. Hello everybody and welcome back to the Snapthis channel. My name is Carl Lightning and I'm going to be telling you everything that you need to know about Snapchat stories and some of the new features that have been put in that now allow you to have custom and private story stickers, which is really exciting and it's definitely what I've been rooting for the last 2 years. This video is a little bit special to the channel as previously I've done a video very similar to this, but as it's now out of date, this is its replacement, and that first video was the first successful one on our channel and brought most of the subscribers to start the channel to grow where it has become to today. But those will be coming to the channel very soon, so keep your eyes peeled. Anyway guys, let's get into the video. Now that was a small snippet of the video that I recorded back in 2018 when these features had only just debuted on Snapchat. Now today's video is going to be showing you how those features still work in the application, but some of the minor changes that have made them better to use. Now sadly in that video I talked about a feature called Geo Story. That is no longer available. What Geo Story was basically if you were at home you could create a story and anyone in a proximity of this circle here would be able to post if they were your friend or a friend of your friend. Now the new addition that's been added to Snapchat are some new stickers that when you send a Snapchat to a friend or a story, you can apply in the post effects. Now if you see this sort of sticker, this is a private story sticker, and what this means is if you swipe up on this Snapchat, you'll be able to access that person's private story. Now a private story is an invitation to a secret story that someone has created on Snapchat, and only if you are invited or you find one of these stickers will you be able to access this story. Now private stories are accessible for everyone, you don't have to have special commands. It is literally found in the stories section on your profile. You can see if you tap this button here you have the access to create a story, or you now have the ability when creating one of these stickers, so go into the sticker panel on the Snapchat app and select a story. You get the option of private or custom. What you need to do is select private, type a name in here, and anytime that you send this to a friend or a story, they'll be able to access your private story. Now these are stories that you are the only person that can post on, and they can't share it around with their friends unless if they decide to screenshot it. Now, if you've been added to a private story and invited in to see those Snapchats, you'll know this because when you view your friend's story, the name at the top changes to the name of that story. Now, some people don't like being added to a private story, and Snapchat have recently added the option to now leave them. All you've got to do is find your friend's profile, hit the additional options, which is usually the 3 dots, and you'll see at the top there in red it says leave private story. It will remind you that if you leave you can't rejoin, but obviously you're going to make that decision if you don't want to see those Snapchats. Now when you leave a friend's private story you do get an option to either leave it and they have the chance to invite you back and you'd have to then leave again, or you can press the block button and this stops them sending you invitations back, so if they do try and invite you, you won't be bombarded with their private snaps. Now the block does not mean that it will remove them as a friend. Like I said, it will just stop them from adding you back to their private story. Let's move on to the custom stories now and tell you all about the magic of those. What these allow you to do is make a little Snapchat bubble of your friends and you can have your own little custom stories between you. It used to work a little bit different, they've changed it now. Now the host is the only person that can choose who can add to this story, but once you are inside this story, you'll be able to add as many snaps as you like. These are recommended for like beach days or days out or even a wedding. You can have a custom story to share moments from many people's perspectives. Now custom stories have changed over the years in Snapchat. You can no longer set a private viewing list for them. So imagine this was the list of people that could post. These guys can send to the Snapchat story and view the Snapchat story. What you used to be able to do was these people down the bottom that were only on the view list could only view the story, but they've removed this feature now and this is not a thing in custom stories. Now to view a custom story, all you have to do is swipe over to the Discover panel where you find all your other friends' stories and it will be mashed up there at the top there. You'll be able to see it with a custom name so you'll know it's a custom story. Now in terms of saving a custom story, the host, the person that has created the story, has the ability to save all those Snapchats from everyone's perspective into their memories. There's actually a feature that allows you to do this automatically, so when you add a Snapchat, whether that be you or your friends, it adds to that person's memories. It is of course only available for the host, and this feature, by the way, isn't defaultly switched on. So if you're the host of a custom story, if you go into the settings, you'll be able to switch that on, and any Snapchats that are added to that story will be saved in your memories. This is really good because your friends might ask you for those posts, and you can just send it as a bulk story if you wanted to. And of course, if you're not the host, you can of course screenshot those pictures if you'd like to keep them. So that is pretty much everything that you need to know about custom stories. They're a great way to share moments with your friends. Just to recap, a private story is only for the host to post on, but anyone they've added to it or has invited themselves into can view those Snapchats, and of course you can leave those if you like. Private stories also have a little padlock indicator to let you know that that is a private snap and can't be sent to anyone who doesn't access that story. A custom story is for you and your friends to bundle up together and make an awesome story with as many people in that story posting and giving them different perspectives of the same event. So hopefully that is a nice little recap to tell you which one you should lean towards when setting up a story. Is it just stuff that you want to share maybe privately with a set amount of friends? Or is it something that you've got a group activity going on that you think, oh, let's all share together because this is an awesome experience? The last thing I'd like to talk about is the stickers that are for group chats. Now, they've had a few changes in the last couple of months. Now, the group chats used to be able to have their own stories in, but this feature has recently been removed. Now, what this sticker allows you to do is allow anybody who can access a snap or sticker with it on to join a group chat, whether that's a discussion, an argument, or you just want to play some of the Snapchat games. Now, these are open up to 32 people. There is a max of how many people you can have in a group chat, so you can't invite your whole friend list, I'm afraid. Now, I don't know all the sciences behind Snapchat, but I assume the limit is 32 because that is the maximum that you can do on a phone call on Snapchat. Now, there's a few things that you need to know about group chats. They're a bit different to other social medias group chats. If I created the group chat, I can add anybody I like. And let's say I added Liam, my cameraman. Once he's in the group chat, he can actually add anybody he likes to the group chat. There is no admin or rules in terms of who can add to this group chat. Now, if I leave it, the group chat stays alive. Unlike the stories that will vanish, the group chat will stay alive and anyone can still add anybody they like to this group chat. Same with the name. You can't stop people from changing the name. That's my only bugbear with Snapchat group chats. Anyone has the access rights to add and change details in the chat. They can't delete the chat though. They can only leave themselves. There's a few options also to mention with the group chats. You can have the ability to turn off the game and mini notifications just in case those get annoying, especially if you're in a group chat like I am, which is the Snapchat esports for most of those games. So you can actually turn those off if they get annoying. And yes, there is, not officially, but some esports in Snapchat. Another thing to mention is the group chats are default on the 24-hour chat, so there is no instantly disappearing because obviously everyone's going to come into the chat at a different time. So there are two different things that you want to have a look at when you're in a group chat. There are the abilities to stop being distracted when people boot up games. So that is everything that you need to know about the new features that are going into the stories and group chats. I know there's a few changes. I can agree with all the changes, though. I think that's going to make Snapchat a better place in terms of communicating with your friends, whether that be in chat or stories. Do remember to check them out, though. They are in the sticker section of the camera. And what you can do is create stories from here, whether they be private or custom, or you can actually invite people to pre-existing stories. You can see down the bottom, you can swipe between the current ones that are available. Don't forget, of course, you can create group chats from this section as well. You just go select the group part, select the name, and then send that onto a story or a friend, and they can join as long as they can swipe up and say join. Anyway guys, that's everything I've got for you today on custom stories and group chats. These are definitely some features I've wanted in the application, so thank you Snapchat for putting those in. I would like to say a massive thank you to anyone who has been subscribed since 2018 and watched the original story video. I never thought we'd actually get this far. The fact that some of the fans back in the day still talk to me to today's date asking how the channel's going. So to recreate a video or update a video that we made prior is definitely an achievement, and to see that Snapchat have changed the application in the last 2 years and it's the exact same feature just been changed to be better is such a nice feeling as well to talk about it and be happy about some of the features they've put into the application. I can't say anything here is what I wouldn't recommend in terms of custom stories. So thank you Snapchat for putting that in, and thank you anyone who's been here since day one. If of course you're new around here, my name's Carl Lightning and I run the Snapthis channel, and if you want to subscribe you can. And if you've enjoyed today's video, then leave us a like and let us know in the comment section below which scenarios have you used custom and private stories for. Is it a wedding, is it a party, or is it something secret that you haven't really told anyone about? So thank you very much for watching, and I'm going to leave you with the retro transition.